Namaste, UVM.
We're going to go ahead and get started. Very warm welcome to you all. Welcome to the 16th annual celebration of the Diwali night presented by the Indian Student Association. Thank you all for being here tonight. We're both really excited. My name is Rosaura Chapina, and I am a PhD student in the Rubenstein School of Environment and Natural Resources.
And I'm Jisan, a graduate student in the Neuroscience graduate program. And Rosie and I will be your hosts tonight.
What happened to our pictures?
Is no one manning the... Hi, next slide.
I just wanted to comment on Janan's picture.
Okay, so I feel like I need to explain that picture a little bit. Wait, are you changing the slide? Please don't. There's a story behind that picture. There's a reason why I'm making faces at the camera. So, this is when I didn't want to MC for an event, but I was kind of forced to. This was actually my brother's wedding reception. Anyone been to an Indian wedding before? So like a lot of us. It's fun, right? Yeah? Yeah, it's fun? I can't really see you, but I'm going to assume you said yes. Because it's quite fun, yeah. Not if you're the one who's organizing the wedding. My brother told me that I was gonna be the MC 2 hours before the event. So the whole time, since I couldn't really make, faces at him, I was making faces at my phone camera instead. But rest assured, I will not be doing that tonight unless you consider me smiling making faces, in which case, I'm sorry, there will be a lot of smiling tonight. But Daniel, I see you. You were the one who made these PowerPoint slides. I will remember this. Then next time you ask me to MC. All right.
I think that was a little aggressive, right?
For legal reasons, maybe I should say that this was just a joke and Danielle knew about it.
Diwali is a festival of light, a celebration of victory of the good over the evil. And it is actually celebrated in many parts of the Indian subcontinent.
Yes, it is. And the Indian subcontinent is made up of many countries, like Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, and Pakistan. Sorry. There'll be a lot of flipping of pages tonight, so if I ever move my mic away and you can't hear me and you're interested, I'll just repeat it, so just let me know. All right, so fun fact, the way Diwali is celebrated depends on the region and tradition. And just a brief little story, in North India, Diwali celebrated is the homecoming of beloved King Ram, who comes back from exile with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman, after killing the demon Ravan in a fierce battle that is set in the epic Ramayana. The night he returned was a full moon night. It was a new moon night. And thus, to lighten up the path and celebrate the homecoming of this king, the subjects actually lit up their houses with small earthen lamps or diyas. And you can't see it on this slide, but yeah, right there. That would be the diyas. So ever since then, on Diwali, every home is lit up with diyas, symbolically welcoming the victorious king home and signifying the victory of light over darkness. The rituals are always tied to praying for knowledge, goodwill, peace, and kindness.
I think this is so beautiful. Do we know if there's a new moon tonight? Does anyone know?
No, unfortunately not. It's actually a waxing crescent, so 30% illumination. So, nope.
30% you said?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
Rosie, I think it's time to let you in on a little bit of a secret. All right? You're going to keep it a secret, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, I think we all have to keep it a secret, not only me.
All right, then I'm going to expect everyone to keep this a secret. I'm actually Google.
You're Google?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's not...
Wow, what a brush up.
No.
Excuse me?
No. I mean, you are Google. I mean, you're doing a PhD. I'm not challenging that. I'm not.
Right. Mm-hmm.
UVM, please join me in welcoming our chief guest, Dr. Suresh Garamella, and his wife, Lakshmi, on stage to begin the event by lighting the diya.
Thank you both for coming up here and initiating the event. So we can move on to our first performance. And our first performance of the night is Trisha. Fun fact, she's in 4th grade. She was inspired by her cousin to perform Bharatnatyam. And she's currently learning the dance form from her lovely aunt. So can we please give her a warm welcome on the stage?
यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववान्मयम् आङ्गिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववान्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादिकं वन्दे सात्विकं शिवम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादिकं वन्दे सात्विकं शिवम् आङ्गिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववान्मयम् आङ्गिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववान्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादिकं वन्दे सात्विकं शिवम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादिकं वन्दे सात्विकं शिवम् सात्विकं शिवम्
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Trisha, that was beautiful. Can we please give her one more round of applause?
I think she's just the cutest. Oh my gosh, she's so talented. Our first speaker of the night is Dr. Suresh Garamella. Dr. Suresh Garamella became the 27th president of UVM in 2019. And prior to becoming president, he served at Purdue University as a Goodson Distinguished Professor of Mechanical Engineering and as the Executive Vice President for Research. Please join me in welcoming President Garamella on stage. Danielle will present a small token of appreciation on behalf of ISA as well.
Thank you very much. Great. Wow, it's very heavy. Yeah, well, thank you. You got it. Actually, can you just give it to Lakshmi? Oh, okay. And that too. Sorry. Speaking of Beauty and the Beast, we had such a lovely presentation just before this, so thank you very much for that dance. By the way, that Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, the first verse that little girl danced to, that extols the virtues of a teacher, whether that's God or whichever teacher, or your parents, or whoever you think of as your guru. So it was a very nice way to start. So a very happy and hearty Diwali to all of you. I know what the performers feel here. The room is like pitch dark. It's very hard to say how many people are there, but I know there are people out there. Lakshmi and I eagerly look forward to this particular night on the calendar, and we're very honored to be here again. It's the only time, I can tell you, that we get to wear our Indian clothes all year round, so it's nice to dust them off. Many thanks to Daniel Walid and Divya Pradeep Roy, Jaita Barua. I know they're all performing and busy, but and the entire ISA team, they've been doing this since 2006. It's been 16 years that they've put this program on, and they even did it each of the COVID years too. They had to put a lot of effort in terms of taking care of the safeguards and the guidelines, but it's been an unbroken record of 16 years, so I just really think the ISA needs a very hearty round of applause. I also thank Rosie for coming back as an MC this year, and Jisan. And they're very cheerful MCs, as you'll see. So this year, I think, as I've seen the semester start, I sense a special sense of joy and of community among our students, our faculty, and our staff. There's the joy down there. And I think part of it is that we've come back from COVID. It's by and large in the rearview mirror, and everyone's just happy to be together again. So it's just really nice to have events like this. The last 2 years, I know, Patty and I, we were like one of 6 people sitting, very far apart and all that, and yet ISA didn't give up, and I know they broadcast the Diwali function and so on. So as you've heard a number of times today, and you'll hear throughout the evening, Deepavali, which is the longer version of this word, means a string of lights. That's the literal meaning. And it is a deeply meaningful celebration for the Indian subcontinent and in India. We celebrate it on the darkest night of the lunar year. And I think Rosie and Jisan were discussing this. Deepavali is actually about a week ago, which was, in fact, the new moon day. And it is a celebration of victory, of light over darkness, of knowledge over ignorance. And I think in the face of the challenges we're facing today in this country, in the social fabric that's tearing, in the oppression we're seeing in Iran and in the Ukraine, and even the tragedy we had in Seoul, South Korea recently, I guess there's so many things that happen that we would rather not see happening. So it is good to pause on this day and wish for good things to come, and for, as folks have said, light to conquer over darkness. So today we just lit a lamp. I think of it as a lamp of love, a lamp of caring, a lamp of sharing. I hope that this auspicious evening and this Diwali night brings light and happiness in all of our lives, and reminds us of the many colors and textures of this community, in particular, this color and texture that enriches our lives so much and our experiences in Chittenden County and in Vermont. So, as you know, this year, even the United Kingdom celebrated Diwali at the Prime Minister's house. For the first time in that country's long history, there's an Indian Prime Minister, Indian origin Prime Minister, and of course we have had a celebration in the White House in this country with Vice President Kamala Harris. So the light is spreading in many, many countries. And so with that, I promise you a wonderful, if this is your first time here, the show they put on is just amazing. So I promise you a wonderful show. Sabko Diwali Mubarak ho, Shubh Deepavali, and a very hearty Deepavali to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, President Garamella, for that great speech. I know President Garamella, I worked with him previously, and I think he's a really cool person.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Thank you so much, President Garamella, for that wonderful speech. It was really, really sweet. And so with that, let's go to our next event. Rosie, you want to know who's coming up next?
Oh.
All right. No, we're going to pretend you didn't see that.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see that.
There was a script we were following. No, all right, you know what? You're right. Now that she's already seen it, it ruins the fun. She already knows who's going to be up. So we'll just announce instead. All right. So Amulya and Meghna will be performing a dance on the song Barsore. That's choreographed by Naina Batra and Manpreet Toor. So let's welcome them on stage.
काली रातें काली रातों में ये बदरवा बरस जाएगा गली गली मुझको मेघा ढूंढेगा और गरज के पलट जाएगा घर आंगन अंगना और पानी का झरना भूल न जाना मुझे सब पूछेंगे वरना रे बह के चली मैं तो बह के चली रे कहते चली मैं तो कह के चली रे मेघा नन्ना रे 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 ना 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 रे नन्ना रे नन्ना रे नन्ना रे नन्ना रे
That was honestly so, so great. Thank you for the wonderful performance right there.
Thank you so much. Our second speaker of the night, and I would say probably one of the most fashionable people at UVM, I think, is Dr. Patricia Prelak. Dr. Prelak is the Senior Vice President and Provost of UVM. She's a professor of communication sciences and disorders and of pediatrics in the Larner College of Medicine here at UVM. It's an absolute pleasure to have her with us tonight. Please join me in welcoming Provost Prelak to the stage. Protiwa will present a small token of appreciation as well on behalf of the ISA.
You can take it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, and it's great to be here. Tonight we celebrate a very special tradition, Diwali night. The presence of our students, our faculty, and our staff in the greater UVM community certainly honors and supports this wonderful tradition. My husband has said on more than one occasion there are two favorite events that he goes to here at UVM. One is the ROTC dinner, and the other is Diwali night. One because ROTC always starts on time, and Diwali because it's just beautiful, fun, and engaging. So to prepare for this evening and reflect a bit on the importance of this tradition, I've taken some time to learn a little more about Diwali. I understand that the holiday is shared differently by different cultures, but a common theme of light and goodness, which you've heard about, characterizes the celebration across cultures. As our days here in Vermont get shorter with less sunlight than we might like, tonight we share the light. Diwali is a time of joy and goodwill. It is also a time to reflect on life and make changes for the upcoming year. With that, there are a number of customs that I've learned that those who celebrate Diwali hold dear. And I couldn't help but notice how the customs clearly align with our common ground values here at UVM. One custom is to give and forgive. It is a common practice during Diwali that one forgives the wrong others do. Such an area of forgiveness leads to a sense of freedom and festivity and friendliness. This custom aligns well with our value for integrity, where we value fairness and straightforward conduct and adherence to facts and sincerity. We acknowledge when things have not turned out the way we had hoped. As stewards of the University of Vermont, we are honest and ethical in all responsibilities entrusted to us. Another custom is rise and shine. Waking up before sunrise is a blessing as it creates opportunities to nurture our health, our discipline, and efficiency in work and optimal advancement, as well as spiritual connection. This certainly fits well with our value of responsibility, where we are personally responsible for what we do and what we say. A third custom is unite and unify. Diwali is a unifying event that works to soften hearts. People imagine with joy and embrace one another. They mingle together. Diwali rekindles the urgent need to turn away from a path of hatred. This custom certainly supports our focus on justice and creating a just community where we unite against all forms of injustice. As a community, we challenge injustices toward any member of our community and instead work to unite and create an inclusive community. Prosper and progress is another custom in which Hindu merchants pray for success and prosperity during the coming year. New clothes are bought, and homes are cleaned and decorated by day and illuminated by night. This reminded me of the value we hold for innovation at UVM, where we want to be at the forefront of change and believe that the best way to lead is to learn from our successes and our mistakes. We are forward-looking and break new ground to address community and societal needs. The Festival of Lights instills charity in the hearts of others who perform good deeds for the betterment of others. We could learn a lot from this custom. The final custom I will share is illuminate your inner self. The lights of Diwali signal a time of inner illumination. The belief is that light shines in the chamber of our hearts, and we sit in quiet, mindful reflection. The light will illuminate our soul if we do so. Illuminating our inner self gives us the opportunity to share the value of openness. At UVM, we encourage the open exchange of information and ideas from all quarters of the community. We believe that through collaboration and participation, each of us has an important role in determining the direction and well-being of our community. Such illumination is powerful and needed especially when facing darker times. So, in each Diwali story lies the significance of good winning and over evil and illuminating our homes and our hearts. The simple truth, good over evil, finds new reason and hope during Diwali as lights illuminate hearts and homes everywhere. This is a critical message that is at the core of our final common ground value, respect. At UVM, we strive to respect, listen, encourage, and care about each other. We are strengthened by our diverse perspectives, and we could certainly learn much from the Diwali traditions to illuminate our hearts and minds so that we are better able to respect one another, our cultures, our identities, religions, ethnicities. At UVM, we have a responsibility to prepare our students to contribute to a complex, diverse, and evolving world, and to be leaders, change agents, and global citizens. In part, we do this by having diversity among our faculty, our staff, and our students to add intellectual and social vibrancy to our community. We do this by supporting the development of cultural competency, and we do this by providing co-curricular activities that provide our community members with opportunities to engage across differences. Our gathering this evening to celebrate Diwali, the Festival of Light, contributes beautifully to this work. For the last 16 years, the Indian Student Association has coordinated this special night, where we enjoy food, music, and dance representing the varied cultural traditions of India and Indian subcontinents. This provides our students from the international community with an opportunity to share their talents and, importantly, provide our campus and local communities with an opportunity to learn from different cultures. I can think of no better way than a Festival of Light to give us a vision for a hopeful future where we can celebrate the diversity of people, ideas, and perspectives. Thank you so much for coming and celebrating this wonderful tradition.
Thank you so much, Patty, for that wonderful speech. And I also love your heels. I really do.
I completely agree with both of those comments. Thank you so much for such a wonderful speech.
Our next performer is Ravina. Ravina has a master's in clinical mental health counseling from India. She has been dancing and performing since she was 4 years old. She is a trained Kathak dancer, which is an Indian classical dance, and enjoys different cultural dance forms. She also has explored hip hop and one of my favorites, flamenco. Today, she will be performing Jogwa, which is a traditional art form that originated from rurals of Maharashtra, India. It is sung in front of the goddess Mahalakshmi. Jogwa means donations given to a person known as Jokta. Ravina is going to show us a glimpse of this traditional art form. Please help me welcome Ravina on stage.
डोंगर यंगून उघडतेवी लल्लाटी भंडार दूर लोटून दे अंधार आलो दुरून रांगून डोंगर यंगून उघडतेवी दार
Can we please give Ravina one more hand of applause? That was so cool.
No, I have to agree. That was, wow, I'm speechless, honestly. All right, so upcoming next, we will have the dance drama performance. The dance drama is based on a 1968 Indian movie, Gopi Gayan Bagha Bain, directed by Satyajit Ray. The movie is about a magical journey of two not-so-gifted musicians, Gopi and Bagha. Being made in an Indian regional language, Bangla, its songs have been translated and will be displayed on screen during the performance. I always forget to take my mic with me. But anyway, the dance drama has been narrated by our very own ISA Vice President, Divya Pradeep Roy, and directed by our Communication Director, Joyita Barua. The only information about the performance that we have so far is that they're the cutest of the lot. But you know what? I will just let you decide that. So without further ado, let's see what they've cooked up.
Once upon a time, in a small village of Amluki, lived a poor man who dreamt of being a famous singer someday. He was known by the name of Gopi Gayan. Gayan is someone whose livelihood comes from singing. But his singing was no music to one's ear. People used to make fun of him, sometimes even bully him. But Gopi was a very naive person. He could never tell if people were joking or were really praising him. One day, he was pranked into thinking that he had finally become really good at his singing, that he should apply for the official musician of the village by impressing the chief with his amazing talent. As you may guess, what happened next was no good news for Gopi. The chief was so annoyed that he ordered his men to remove Gopi from the village. They put Gopi on the back of a donkey and showed them out and ordered to never come back. Gopi left his village in tears, even though he didn't want to. "100 miles west to Amluki, in the village of Horitoki, lived a man named Bagha Bain. Bagha also had similar dreams in life. He wanted to become a drummer. Bain is someone who earns from playing drums. But just like Gopi, Bain's sense of rhythm was off the charts. Many people wanted to talk him out of his dream. To them, it was all noise and garbage. But he was a stubborn person who, instead of giving up his dream, marched out of Horitoki and headed eastward. He vowed to never go back to the place where people would discourage him. It was a very hot afternoon, and Guppy was very tired and dehydrated. He saw a forest ahead and headed towards it in search of some shade, water, and food. In the forest, Bagha was taking nap under a tree. He got woken up by the footsteps of someone coming towards the pond nearby and carefully looked. When he saw it was just a single person with no weapons, he came forward to say hi. They soon became friends. Guppy and Bagha shared their own stories with each other, and both realized that they have had similar experiences and found comfort in telling each other how underappreciated they felt for what they loved to do. In the meantime, it was getting dark and airy. With the sundown, the forest became alive with noises from night owls, crickets, and some weird distant sounds that seemed like laughs and chatter. While Guppy was visibly scared, Bagha was trying to be the braver among them. What both didn't know was that the forest was infested with thousands of spirits from the past, who lived there for decades to centuries under the rule of a king-hearted spirit king. It was them who were chatting among themselves that how much they liked Guppy and Bagha's music. Hearing the general enthusiasm among his subjects, the king came forward to reward them with 3 wishes.
সত্যি রাজামশাই, আমাদের বড্ড দুঃখ। কিছু করবো, কিছু বুঝতে পারছি না। আমি আছি ভূত রাজা, খুশি হলে বরদি, খুশি হলে বরদি, তিনবার 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 তিনবার। শুধু তিন দেবে দেবে বল, তোরা কোনবার চাষ বল, কোনবার চাষ বল, কোনবার। আমাদের যেন খাওয়া পড়ার কোনো ভাবনা না থাকে। খাওয়া পড়া বেশ বেশ, খেতে চেয়ে হাত তালি, জামাতে গিয়ে হাত তালি, এর হাতে ওর হাতে মিলে তালি, আর কোনবার চাষ বল। আমাদের খুব দেশ বেড়াও সব রাজামশাই, যদি একটু ঘুরে ঘুরে বেড়াতে পারতাম। বেশ দেখা বেশ 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 বেশ, জুতো জোড়া পায়ে পরে কোথা যাবি নাম করে, এর হাতে ওর হাতে তালি দিবি তালি দিবি তালি দিবি। আর রাজামশাই, যদি আমরা গান বাজনা করে লোককে একটু খুশি করতে পারতাম। হবে 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 হবে, গান হবে, ঢোল হবে, সুর হবে, তাল হবে, লয় হবে, লোকে শুনে বাবাকে কাঠির হয়ে থেমে যাবে, থেমে যাবে, থেমে যাবে।
Next morning, Guppy got up first and hurriedly woke up to Bagha to tell him about the strange dream last night, in which they were granted magical powers by a spirit king. But Bagha quickly intercepted him, saying he also got the same dream. In no time, they realized that it wasn't a dream after all. They jumped with joy and started singing right away.
রাজা দিল বর, ভূতের রাজা দিল বর, জবর জবর 3 বর, 1 2 3, জবর জবর 3 বর, 1 2 3, যা যায় করতে খাইতে পাহাড়ি, 1 নম্বর 1 নম্বর, যেখানে খুশি যাইতে পাহাড়ি, 2 নম্বর 2 নম্বর, জানি দাপা মাগানে তাকাইতে পাহাড়ি, 3 নম্বর 3 নম্বর, কেমন সুন্দর ভূতের রাজা দিল, ভূতের রাজা দিল, ভূতের রাজা দিল, ভূতের রাজা দিল বর।
Never in their whole life they had such a wholesome meal, and never in their life they appreciated their own music more. They started discussing about where they should go, as they now can just clap and reach their desired destination in a blink. Suddenly, they spotted two messengers with a megaphone and a drum. They were out to announce about a music competition where people from different countries will be arriving to take part in the court of Shundi. Bagha thought it was a good opportunity for them, but in excitement couldn't hear the name of Shundi properly. So they clapped and reached Hundi, which was a place of extreme cold temperature. Before getting frostbites, they just clapped again and reached Jhundi this time. Jhundi was an arid desert with no living being inside. Finally, they clapped again and reached Shundi. After that, it was an easy task to find the royal court.
তোমারে সেলাম 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 মোরা বাংলাদেশের থেকে এলাম। মোরা বাংলাদেশের থেকে সাদা সিধা মাটির মানুষ দেশে দেশে যায়। মোরা সাদা সিধা মাটির মানুষ দেশে দেশে যায়। মোদের নিজের ভাষা ভিন্ন আর ভাষা জানা নাই। মোদের নিজের ভাষা ভিন্ন আর ভাষা জানা নাই। মহারাজা রাজা মশাই তবে জানা আছে ভাষায় অন্য। তোমারে শুনাই ধন্য এসেছি তাহারি জন্য রাজা। তবে জানা আছে ভাষায় অন্য তোমারে শুনাই ধন্য এসেছি তাহারি জন্য রাজা মহারাজ। মোরা সেই ভাষাতেই করি গান, মোরা সেই ভাষাতেই করি গান। রাজা শোনো ভরে মনোপ্রাণ, রাজা শোনো ভরে মনোপ্রাণ। এই যে সুরেরই ভাষা ছন্দেরই ভাষা তাদেরই ভাষা আনন্দেরই ভাষা সুরেরই ভাষা ছন্দেরই ভাষা তাদেরই ভাষা আনন্দেরই ভাষা। ভাষায় এমন কথা বলে বোঝে রে সকলে, এমন কথা বলে বোঝে রে সকলে। উঁচা নিচা ছোট বড় সমান রাজা, উঁচা নিচা ছোট বড় সমান। মোরা এই ভাষাতেই করি গান, মোরা এই ভাষাতেই করি গান, করি গান মহারাজা তোমারে সেলাম।
The king was very impressed with Gupi Bagha duo and appointed them as court musicians right away. Everyone seemed happy and content. But their happiness didn't stick much longer. In the middle of the music festival, a messenger had arrived. He read the message from the king of Halla, who declared war against Shundi. King of Shundi also learned that Halla's king was his own long-lost brother, who he didn't see since childhood. He couldn't decide if he should be happy or sad. Seeing the king unhappy, Guppy and Bagha decided to help as they owned the power of the spirit king. King of Shundi was skeptical at first, but agreed on a note that they will not harm his little brother. And just like that, Guppy and Bagha clapped and vanished from Shundi to appear in Halla. When they reached Halla, the first thing they noticed was that people in Halla were very poor, feeble, and hungry. They didn't have proper clothes, food, and even housing. On the contrary, the palace of Halla was adorned with jewels, gems, and golds. Members of the royal court were well dressed and in good health. Saddened by this disparity, Guppy and Bagha decided to investigate more and see why Halla wants to go into a war when its people are suffering so much. Getting inside the palace was a matter of clap, and soon they found out that the king of Halla had been brainwashed by the commander-in-chief and his evil accomplice, a warlock named Borfi.
চোখে থা যত আমি রয়মরা আই ছোকরা কেন আছো হেথা যত আমি রয়মরা আর যত বেটা হোমরা চমরা আর যত হোমরা চমরা আছো হেথা যত আমি রয়মরা আর যত বেটা হোমরা চমরা বার্তা ভীষণ শোনো হে তোমরা শোনো হে শোনো হে শোনো হে তোমরা হাল্লা চলেছে যুদ্ধে হাল্লা চলেছে যুদ্ধে হাল্লা চলেছে যুদ্ধে হাল্লা চলেছে যুদ্ধে হাল্লা 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 হাল্লা.
Suddenly, they noticed Guppy and Bagha hiding behind the pillar, listening to their war plan. The commander-in-chief immediately ordered their capture. In the sudden commotion, Bagha lost his magical shoes, and so they couldn't escape. They were immediately thrown into the prison. Both Guppy and Bagha got very upset, and to set the mood right, they decided to conjure some good foods with the magic of a clap. The whole cell immediately filled with the aroma of delicious foods. Even the prison guard begged them to give him some share. As soon as the guard got busy eating the food and got distracted, Guppy and Bagha escaped the prison. It was already dawn. The day of war had arrived. Guppy and Bagha realized that people of Halla do not want war. They want food on their plates, clothes for themselves, and a steady shelter they can call home. The evil commander and his accomplice Borfi were the only people who wanted more for themselves and didn't recede from exploiting these helpless people. Bagha checked his drum and Guppy cleared his throat. When they saw the army on the horizon, they started singing.
বাবা দেখো যে কত সেনা চলেছে সমরে কত সেনা হাজারে হাজারে হাতিয়ারে বুঝি কাটাকুটি করে কাটাকুটি কাটা আহারে 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 পেটে খেলে পেটে সয় এ তো কবু মিছে নয় সে না দেখে লাগে ভয় লাগে ভয় লাগে ভয় আধ পেটা খেয়ে বুঝি মদে মদে যত ব্যাটা চলেছে সমদে যত ব্যাটা চলেছে সমদে ও রে আল্লাহ রাজার সেনা ও রে আল্লাহ রাজার সেনা তোরা যুদ্ধ করে করবি কি তা তোরা যুদ্ধ করে করবি কি তা অস্ত্র শস্ত্র ধরে প্রাণটা কেন যাইবে ঘুরে রাজ্যে রাজ্যে পরস্পরে দ্বন্দ্বে অমঙ্গল রে তোরা যুদ্ধ করে করবি কি তা রাজা করেন তুমি তম্বা মন্ত্রী মশাই কিসে কম্বা প্রজা পে অষ্টরম্ভা হলো হীন বল রে প্রজা পে অষ্টরম্ভা হলো হীন বল তোরা যুদ্ধ করে করবি কি তা আয় রে বোঝায় হাড়ি হাড়ি মন্ডা মিঠাই কাড়ি কাড়ি যায় মিহিদানা পুলি পিঠে জিবে গজা মিঠে মিঠে আছে যত সেরা মিষ্টি আসে দেখো এলো বৃষ্টি এলো বৃষ্টি এলো বৃষ্টি ও রে
Finally, the army got busy eating food Gupi and Bagha conjured, and the king finally was freed from the spell and took the commander as prisoner. However, Borfi escaped. King of Halla returned to Shundi with Gupi and Bagha. Both were declared the heroes who stopped the war with the power of compassion and music, and a little help from the king of spirits.
আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে শাখে শাখে পাখি ডাকে কত শোভা চারিপাশে শাখে শাখে পাখি ডাকে কত শোভা চারিপাশে আহা কি আনন্দ আকাশে বাতাসে আজকে মোদের বড়ই সুখের দিন আজকে মোদের বড়ই সুখের দিন আজ ঘরের বাঁধন ছেড়ে মোরা
Can I have the kids back on stage, please, once again? Kids on stage, come on. We gotta introduce you. Everyone on stage. All right, is everyone on stage? Yes. No, who else is there? Everyone? Okay, when I say your name, just raise your hand and wave, okay? All right, Ashi, Yay! Pradnya, Shriyan, Adish, Krisha, Pranjal, Anika, Niyati, Trisha, Sahas, Ishan, Nia, Kian, Vyan, Japsher, Adya, Anvi, Rumi. All right. A big hands for them.
All right, so I know it's been a minute, but can we please give another round of applause to not just the actors, but also the behind the scene crew who worked so hard to make sure that the scene coordination and everything was great. So Rosie and I were standing obviously right there. We were looking at all the behind the scene, things that were going on where the coaches are like, no, look at the audience. Kind of reminded me of my childhood when we did that. So I think, speaking of nostalgia, I think this would be a great time to talk about Diwali and the traditions. All right, so as we've already mentioned, the observance of Diwali greatly depends on the region you're from, right? But ultimately, during the festival, diyas are lit, and they're placed in rows along the parapets of temples and houses, and they're set adrift on rivers and streams. Homes are decorated. Floors inside and out are covered with rangoli with elaborate designs made out of rice, sand, or flower petals. The doors and windows of houses are kept open in the hope that Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, will find her way inside and bless the residents with wealth and success. It's generally a time for visiting, exchanging gifts, wearing new clothes, feasting, feeding the poor, and setting off fireworks. Though displays of fireworks, etc., has been limited during recent times due to pollution and whatnot.
Yeah, so when my friend Jaspreet, do you know Jaspreet?
We know Jaspreet. Everyone knows Jaspreet.
So for those that don't know Jaspreet actually emceed with me Diwali last year. He's a lot of fun. So when Jaspreet kind of explains about Diwali, he explains it like we have a lot of American holidays here. So like the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So like Diwali encompasses everything: gifts, food, fireworks.
No, yeah, I absolutely agree with that. It's kind of a culmination of like all the traditions, like with American holidays, kind of all of them coming together and just making this festive event.
Very holistic. Our next performer is Amulya. Amulya is a former UVM student and a trained classical dancer. She loves choreography and, of course, loves dancing. She's performing a very cool mashup of songs, and one of them is one of my favorite artists.
Is it Taylor Swift?
No, well, I do like Taylor Swift, but no, it's, I've been singing a lot of Ed Sheeran today.
Oh, God. Oh.
So it drives, you don't really like Ed Sheeran, do you?
I mean, I have nothing against him. You're kind of overzealously obsessed with him, but that's fine.
So one of the songs Amulya will be performing is Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. Amulya has actually performed in Diwali every year since she was a freshman. Please help me in welcome Amulya on stage.
Drum ta drum ta dhalam ko tak de ko da de dang de de ta drum ta ka drum ta ta kita ta da ta drum de drum ta ta tanam ta ta rum ta ta kita ta de dang de ta ta ri ta ta dhan ta ta run ta ta dim ta ta da drum ta tanam ta rum ta ga dim ta kita de dang de ta dim ta 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 drum dim da ta ta jum nam da ta ta jum tam ta kita dana ta ta tang kita dim ta 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 jum dim da ta kita jum jum dakita dak jum ta jum dakita ta jum kita
Kirdaka junuta dimta kirdaka junuta dimta kirdaka junuta dumta dum ta na 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 dum dum ta na 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 dum dum agapa dum dum ta na na de na 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 dum dum agasa ragda dum da 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 di ra na 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 da da dum da da dum da da dum 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 da na 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 de na 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 dum kirta na di ra na gama gama maga ma ba maga zani sa dan di ra na gama gama maga ma ba maga zani sa dan di ra na gama gama maga ma ba maga zani sa come on now follow my lead come on now follow my lead why niri baba ba gare sani why pani sa sa pani sa sa pani sa sa why
What a performance. Can we please give her another round of applause? Wow.
Honestly, though, I absolutely agree. I am not going to lie to you. The performances tonight, I don't have words. I can only say I'm very jealous of them because there's no way I will ever be able to move like that. But let's move on to our next performance. So our next performance is UVM Jazba. UVM's first Bollywood club, which I'm very excited about because I didn't know. They will be performing two songs, Dhoom Tana and Garmi. Please join us in welcoming Elliot, Liv, Elena, Abigail, Sean, Olivia, Meghna, Parminder, Suraj, Anika, and Malika.
सही है सही है बाकी सारी फेक लगे देख के तुझको ब्रेक लगे दूर दूर से ठीक है रानी पास आऊं तो सेक लगे
पारा इतना हाई हुआ कि थर्मामीटर टूट गया सैया जी का टपक टपक के हाय पसीना छूट गया
कैसी गुंडागर्दी है बंदी तू बेदर्दी है सर्दी में भी कर दी है आए घर में जो तू सैंडल मैं करना पाऊं हैंडल मैं सांस सा देखो मेरा रुकने लगा
देखा जो हसीना के सीने पे पसीना तो पसीना तेरा भी देखो छूटने लगा
नाचे जो तू सैंडल मैं करना पाऊं हैंडल मैं सांस सा देखो मेरा रुकने लगा
देखा जो हसीना के सीने पे पसीना तो पसीना तेरा भी देखो छूटने लगा हाँ?
That was very great performance. Thank you so much, y'all.
I think they're so cool. I want to be part of that. I actually do want to join them. I'm not joking. At this time, I want to call up the current Vice President of ISA, Protiwa, Brishti, Ashma, Swapna, and Shamir on stage. They will be announcing the raffle winners. If your number is announced, please raise your hand so they can give you the prize. If not, Jisan and I will keep it.
And honestly, in that case, please just don't raise your hand.
Hello, happy Diwali. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's see who's the lucky winner. Okay, I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. First one, we have a frame, and the raffle number is 235. Do we have 235? Can you raise your hand? Our volunteers will go and give the gift to you. Okay, should we pick another one? Or no, we got the first winner. Okay. Yes. Awesome. So now it's your turn, Ashma, so that it's not rigged.
Yeah, of course. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Diwali to you all. I hope you are enjoying this evening, and let's make this evening more fun by taking another raffle. And this time, the prize is a wind chime, and the number is, let's see, it's 256. Oh, yeah, we have the winner here. Congratulations. Anyone from the team? Here.
Here, Priyanka.
Parisa, yeah, front row, yep. Yeah. Okay, Swapna, here you go.
Hi everyone, I hope you are enjoying. I'm just gonna pick one. The gift is a tea light holder, and the number is 321.
Let's wait.
Yeah.
Anyone? We should wait. Call again.
So it's number 321.
I can't see back. Should we call another one?
Should we pick another one?
Okay.
Okay. It's number 070.
Lucky number 7. 70.
70. Anyone?
Pick again.
Pick again.
Okay, let's move it.
Okay, oh, sorry. The next one is number 345. 345.
They are better. Anyone? Yeah, we found one. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, pick. Yeah.
All right, good evening, everyone. I hope you're having a good time. Next up, we have UVM bookstore gift bags. The lucky number is 379. 379. All right. And to all those who seem disappointed, there's another one. And the lucky number is 377. I can hear the disappointment. It's a shame, really. Well, congratulations to everyone who won.
Thanks.
Yeah, congrats to you all lucky winners.
We didn't actually get a ticket, did we?
No, we didn't. I don't think they wanted us to win.
You're right, we're peasants, after
I mean,
all.
they're feeding us, so that's good.
All right, with that, we'll move on to our next performance. Next is UVM Jazba coming to set fire to the stage again. This time they'll be performing the song Kala Chashma. So please join us in welcoming them on stage. Honestly, that was such a fun performance. And again, I have to reiterate the fact that I'm very envious of how flexible all of you are and the level of coordination needed for that kind of dance. I mean, I would be stepping all over the place, but you know. Anyway, next, we will have a musical medley by Danish Hassan Ansari and Aribuddin Ahmed. I'm loving this enthusiasm. Danish is a second-year PhD student in ecological economics. Arib is a guitarist working at Student Financial Services at UVM as the IT specialist. And he graduated in May 2022 with a degree in computer science. So please help me in welcoming Danish and Arib on the stage for their performance. Do you want to hold it?
Namaskar, Assalamu alaikum, Sat Sri Akal, good evening, Happy Diwali. Hope all of you are having a good time. So me and Arib, we have prepared a small medley of old Bollywood songs. I hope you guys will enjoy it and please sing with us as well during it. आता है। कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है कि जैसे तुझको बनाया गया है मेरे लिए। तू अब से पहले सितारों में बस रही थी कहीं, तुझे ज़मीं पे बुलाया गया है मेरे लिए। कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है। आकाश का सूनापन मेरे तन्हा मन में, पायल छनकाती तू आ जाओ जीवन में। सांसें देकर अपनी संगीत अमर कर दो, संगीत अमर कर दो, मेरा गीत अमर कर दो। होठों से छू लो तुम, मेरा गीत अमर कर दो। याद है मुझको तूने कहा था तुमसे नहीं रूठेंगे कभी, दिल की तरह से आज मिले हैं कैसे भला छूटेंगे कभी। तेरी बाहों में बीती हर शाम, बेवफा ये भी क्या याद नहीं क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, वो कसम वो इरादा। भूलेगा दिल जिस दिन तुम्हें, वो दिन जिंदगी का आखिरी दिन होगा। क्या हुआ तेरा वादा, है अपना दिल तो आवारा, न जाने किस पे आएगा। है अपना दिल तो आवारा, न जाने किस पे आएगा। हसीनों ने बुलाया गले से भी लगाया, बहुत समझाया मैं ही ना समझा। बहुत भोला है बेचारा, न जाने किस पे आएगा। है अपना दिल तो आवारा, न जाने किस पे आएगा। मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। अफसोस ये है कि वो हमसे कुछ उखड़ा उखड़ा रहता है। मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। जिस रोज से देखा है उसको हम शम्मा जलाना भूल गए। दिल थाम के ऐसे बैठे हैं, कहीं आना जाना भूल गए। अब 8 पहर इन आँखों में वो चंचल मुखड़ा रहता है। मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। अफसोस ये है कि वो हमसे कुछ उखड़ा उखड़ा रहता है। मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। मेरे सामने वाली खिड़की में एक चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है। Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
That was honestly a very, very beautiful performance. Thank you so much for coming up here and serenading us with your beautiful voice, as well as the music.
Very beautiful voices. All right, let's move on to our last performance of the night. I know. ISA members wanted to present the celebration of light by performing a group dance on Hindi songs. The first choreography is inspired by Garba, which is a folk dance. The second dance is inspired by South Indian regional folk steps. The third dance by modern Bhangra from North India. And the fourth choreography by a Bollywood dance. Our performers are Tamara, ella es de la Ciudad de México, she's from Mexico City. Dimagi, she's from Sri Lanka. Ravina from India. Adiva from India. Junaid from Pakistan. Ali from India. Neja from Nepal. And lastly, Rupali from India. Please help me welcome them on stage.
घूमे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे घूमे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे शर्म छोड़ी छोड़ी थोड़ी नन्नों की बोले जोड़ी प्रेशर भी करनी दे घूमे गोरी चली कहाँ चोरी चोरी हवा से है बंधी डोरी रे तू जानू वानू जो कहता है बीवी तेरी लगता है सामने मोर सामने ऐसा मी सामी जो कहती हूँ मैं तो मेरा तू लगता है सामने मोर सामने तेरे पीछे पीछे चलूं जैसे तेरे पीछे पीछे चलूं जैसे मंदिर की सीढ़ी पे चढ़ूं सामने तेरे बगल बैठूं ऐसे जैसे शिव के बगल गौरी मोर सामने मोर टकर जहाँ तेरी नजर दिखाए
ਹੀ ਨੀ ਕੋਟੀ ਤੇ ਕਾਲਾ ਦਿਲ ਕੁੜੀ ਕੋਟੀ ਤੇ ਕਾਲਾ ਦਿਲ ਕੁੜੀ ਜੋ ਧਾਗੇ ਤੇ ਪਕੜੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਕੋਲੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਾਲਾ ਚਸ਼ਮਾ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਜੱਜਦਾ ਏ ਕੋਲੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੇ
Okay, honestly, that was so freaking adorable. And how many songs was that? Like at least 4? That was amazing.
It was.
All right, so now last but not the least, the moment we've all been waiting for, and unfortunately it's not the food just yet, but we're getting there. Please join me in welcoming on stage the president of ISA and one of the architects of this event, Danial Walid.
Give me just one. Cool.
It's over.
Testing. Cool. Hello, everyone. Happy Diwali to all of you. Okay, I was told last year when I gave this performance, there was a big head on the monitor. Still is, but not as big as the last one. And everybody told me it was a good speech, but everybody got really emotional. So I'm going to keep it very light this year. And by doing that, I'm going to make sure that I tell you, I promise I'm going to keep this short, even though I'm going to take my own time. And also, I'm going to promise you that there is food afterwards, which I'm pretty sure all of you are here for, you know. But just to start with, I would like to thank Dr. Suresh Garibala and his lovely wife for being here. They make this moment really special. They make this occasion really special for all of us. I would also like to thank Dr. Patricia Predog, the provost, her husband over here. You know, they make this occasion more worth celebrating for. And so I enjoyed their speech about diversity and about opening ourselves to other cultures. So it was a great speech, and I thank you once again for being over here and just making this occasion a really special one. I also have to take this opportunity and thank the sponsors for this event, because without the financial support, having these momentous occasions cannot be possible. So Office of Provost, they always generously donate to Diwali, so thank you so much. Although, a side joke, since now you got 2 gifts from us, maybe next year you can give a bit more. You know, it was all choreographed. You know, I already knew the probability of giving them another gift. You know, it's all in the minds. You know, I'm an engineer. You know, I can do a lot of stuff. I also have to thank Jay Jacobs from Enrollment Management, Office of Diversity Equity, Dr. Amir Ahmed. I'm just going to thank you for one very side note. So if you don't know, those people who do some fundraising, Diversity Office of DEI had like multiple groups inside them. So it was the Interfaith Center, Mosaic Center, the Gender Equity one. So they recently became under Dr. Amir F. Ahmed. So if you want to do fundraisings, you just have to email one person right now. And the only reason I brought this up is because my e-board members are fed up of me. They once told me I get more emails from you, the president, rather than from my own advisor, my own department, my own college. So thank you so much for that. My e-board members will personally come and thank you wherever you are. I can't see Dr. Amir, I'm so sorry about that. But wherever you are, they're gonna personally thank you, because now, I can see you right now. Now we only have to send one email, so thank you so much. I also have to thank Dr. Sherwood Smith, Beverly, Laura from IFC, and all of your lovely staff. You know, I came to you, I just gave you posters to just hang around, and you did an amazing job, you know. So thank you so much for this. I haven't forgotten Emma Swift and Emma Hughes and Sarah from OIE. They make the life of international students very easy. If you have a question for them, they always are there for you. So thank you so much for your financial support and for just being here. I also have to thank Lena Belcom and Jerome from Student Life for everything, but especially making the last 2 weeks of Diwali preparation really good. We were in a crunch, and you gave us some good, really financial backing, so thank you so much for this. I also would like to thank GSS, Justin, Ijaz, Jazaman, and all the executive board for financing Diwali, UVM Bookstore for not giving us just 2 gift bags. They were really generous this year. And if I have forgotten anything, I'm so sorry if I've forgotten somebody. Do apologize for that. Another thing I'm really good at is apologizing. So if somebody has an apology counter, just start over here right now. So that's one apology. I also have to thank the local sponsors, Ben & Jerry's, Sagarmatha, and Asia Mart. They are the local businesses who actually supported us over here today. So, please do visit them and buy from them. They have helped us, so please go and buy from them as well. Let's be very honest. You're not here to see me speaking over here. You are here for the performers. So first of all, I would like to just thank Jinan and Rosie over here, who did a great job. They did a great job hosting this event. Yes. I have to also thank, sure, yeah, come. You can come. Sure. I also have to thank Jaita and Roy in particular. The show that they did this year, awesome job. I mean, I have to thank them and the parents. I could see from the background, the parents were also doing their own direction. Jaita over here was doing her own direction. So it's a combined effort, especially with kids. I'm pretty sure it becomes 10 times more difficult. So thank you for doing this. I have to thank UVM Jazba, Amulia, Ravina for doing this awesome performances that they did. Danish and Arib, thank you for reminding me of a cassette player, to be honest with you. And that's not in a bad manner, seriously. I'm just like throwing a 90s joke over here. Any 90s kid will remember that their parents had a cassette recorder. And for those Gen Zs and afterwards, just Google it. You don't know what it is. Yes. I also have to thank Jisan and Janine, and Bailey for taking the photos and videos for this event. Thank you so much for this. And one person in particular, Perrin. Thank you so much for yeah. So Perrin is no longer a student over here. Actually, he is a student, sorry. I'm so sorry for that. Apology number 2, yes. So Perrin has joined MCSC, but he always has helped ISA a lot. The posters that you see all over the places is made by Perrin, and he does a phenomenal job every year. So thank you so much, Perrin, for this. I also have to, yeah, go for it, yeah. Cool. Yes, I have to thank Nathan and Carrie for making the food possible. They always hear me out and take our opinions and everybody. So thank you for that. Lydia and Woody also, thank you, the events team who basically set up the stage. I made them set up the stage at 1 o'clock, and they were like, do we really have to be ready at 1 o'clock? People can come a bit late. But I was like, we have to be ready at 1 o'clock, and they were very kind enough to do this. So thank you so much for this. Can we go to the next slide, sorry? Okay, so again, apology number 3. This should have been here before. But yeah, it's okay. Can you go to the next slide? Okay, so I have to take time to thank everybody from ISA who made this event possible today. This is us. This is what we have been doing for the past, I have been doing for the past 4 or 5 years. And coincidentally, I'm in just one photo over here. So, well, fine, it's okay. But this event is basically for all of us in particular, but also for ISA people, because you do a lot of hard work, you do a lot of effort in putting this event possible. And I just wanted to thank every individual in Team ISA. That's 40 more people, so I'm going to take more time. So number 1 goes to Shamir, Ajit, Bristi. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to name all of them. But thank you so much. I cannot name everybody over here, but you know that you have helped me. I do have to thank Ajit right now, who's my roommate. I'm hoping he's here. He has been giving me the eyes for the past couple of days. He's telling me that we are living with 20 people in the house because all of the ISA stuff inside the house somewhere. And he has been telling me that we need to really clean the house. I'm so sorry for that, Ajit, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it. Brishti, Ashma, Swapna, all the former members, I really have to thank you for this. Thank you so much. And now, the second last thing that I'm going to do. So, can my e-board members please come to the stage? And can we go to the next slide? Yeah, go. Go. Cool. Nice. Okay, sorry for making this as awkward as I can, yeah. So usually when people see a single person, the president of any organization, they just say, this guy did it, and that's it. But in all honesty, I could not have done any of these things. Even though I said thousands of emails, I'm really sorry about that, seriously. I really am sorry about that. But these are the people, this is the team. So Roy, I want to say his other name, but he doesn't want me to say it, yes. Jaita, Prativa, Priyanka, Parisa, and Suraj. This is the team that has made this event possible. And without them, without their support, without them basically telling me that we are going to kill you, but we just don't have the time right now, yeah. Yes, yeah. I told them in our very first meeting, by the end of Diwali, you will kill me. But I'm here, so anything happens to me after this, you know who did it. Don't worry about it. But I really want all of you to give them a round of applause because it's their event. Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to ask them awkwardly to leave the stage. You can. Cool. There is just one last thing. So as you guys, and this is the last thing, I promise, I apologize for this. Apology number 4. So ISA has been working since 2006. But as you can see, our members are now expanding and going through more and more different countries, and we are becoming a larger group. And throughout the years, what we have been talking about is like we need to expand the umbrella of ISA to basically show its actual members' diversity. And I now announce you that this semester we had done some voting, and we have decided to rebrand ourselves. So from next year onwards, we'll be called ISSA, which is Indian Subcontinent Student Association. And I'll make my final apology. I'm sorry I kept you for this. I'm just going to give it to the host who are going to wrap this up. But thank you so much. Enjoy your food.
Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us tonight. I will say, I think when Danielle asked me to MC this year, I was so excited to wear a sari, so excited to be part of this ISA family. They've been nothing but just welcoming, and I'm just so appreciative of that. And I've had a blast. Thank you so much for being a great audience. Happy Diwali. Wait, also, thank you for Janan for doing an awesome job.
Thank you. I love being an afterthought.
She's clearly joking. Trust me.
For legal reasons, we have to say that. But honestly, when Daniel reached out to me, I was confused because I had no idea why he did, but it was fun. And honestly, like, both of us had a lot of fun doing this tonight. I hope you enjoyed this event just as much as we did. And Rosie, you are not an afterthought. You were a lovely co-host. I had a lot of fun with you. But with that, let me give you some instructions for food. So the food, the buffet is going to be in the I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm assuming it's the Livik Ballroom. There is seating available on the second floor in Mansfield. There are like tables and chairs if you want to go there and have food and relax. But there will be a dance party after, so please feel free to come back, enjoy a little bit of dance if you want to. And with that, thank you so much for being here and being a lovely audience, and happy Diwali!